is Keep It Alpha Wolf 26, and this is my dog Charlie, and it's Fan Friday.
Hey Shelby, is it Fan Friday? Oakley, is it Fan Friday? Memphis, is it Fan Friday? Say, it's Fan Friday! Oh my goodness. Katie from Twitter wants to know, does Memphis still stay in her crate when you are gone? How will you know when she is old enough to be left out free to roam? Yes, she does still stay in her crate while we're gone. You know, Shelby was in her crate till she was 4 years old. Memphis is not nearly as destructive as Shelby was as a puppy, so I'm sure it won't be too long before we'll maybe attempt to give her a little bit more free roam space. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, Shelby was 4 years old before we let her do it, but she was destructive. WWE Rocker 45 from Instagram wants to know, can Huskies live in a small house? If you exercise your dogs a lot, they do okay in small houses. The house we had before this was pretty much a small house. It was only 2 bedrooms. It had a small yard. So if you're constantly out doing things with them and hiking and biking and sledding and all that fun stuff, they do just fine in a small house. I mean, in reality, this room is where the dogs spend most of their time. And if it was only this room that we lived in, they would probably be just fine. So, yeah, I would say they do fine in a small house. I hope I say this name right. Concita from Facebook wants to know, regarding the slow feed bowls, can they be used for cats as well? If you guys didn't see Monday's video, we put up a video where we talked about the slow feed bowls that we use for Oakley and Memphis. She wants to know if they're good for cats as well. I don't know. I think the ones that we carry in the store, there's Oakley's new one, I think the spaces might be a little bit too big for cats. So I'm not sure. But I'm sure they probably do make slow feed bowls for cats. I would just Google it, see if you can find one. Emma had an interesting question that I don't think we've ever been asked before. Are Huskies good for families with disabled children? Do they bond well or react badly? And have you ever had your dogs react to disabled people? I don't think our dogs have really been around that many disabled people. I mean, my mom had knee surgery, and Shiloh and Shelby used to be around my mom, and it was like they knew which one of her knees was a bad knee. I think Huskies, you know, some people will tell you that Huskies don't bond. They do. I mean, look at where Memphis is. And you guys, if you watched the live show yesterday, you saw even Oakley, how close she gets. They do bond well with you. They definitely develop a very loving and personal relationship with their people. I think they would probably do well with a disabled child. The biggest thing is with Huskies, they're very high energy, so you kind of have to be careful with them around smaller children. You just have to make sure that they get a lot of exercise so their energy level isn't so erratic. Do you have an itchy ear? What are you doing? Hold on, I'll itch it in a second. But, so I think it would probably be okay. If you can, maybe you could visit a Husky rescue near you and ask them about it and maybe interact with a Husky that way. Maybe that would help. Just some thoughts. Sarah says, what kind of vacuum do you use and does it last long? For the past 5 or 6 years now, I have been using a Dyson canister vac. It works great. I love it. I'm really happy with it. We also have the Dyson Digital Slim, which is the cordless vacuum. I have the first model of that. They've come out with a new model recently, and that one works great too. So that's what we use. Daniel had an interesting question that maybe some of you guys might have some advice for. Do you have any tips on helping the dogs to adjust to a breakup? They still get up in the morning and look around for their quote-unquote mommy. They still seem mopey, and it's been almost a month. Do you have any advice for how to help them overcome this? I think this is one of those things, I don't know if anybody else out there has any advice on this, but you know, it's hard for a dog, a breakup, if there's somebody that's there all the time and then they're gone, be it a breakup or if somebody passes away. Dogs do seem to go through, I think they miss people when they're gone. So I don't know. I personally have never experienced that. So maybe if anybody else has any suggestions on how to help a dog deal with a breakup or with a death in the family, leave a comment below. I would think maybe things like just extra activity, a little bit of a change in routine, you know, because they may have become, you cannot go out there, it's not out there anymore. There was a cat in our yard, Memphis wants to go see it. maybe just a change in your normal routine, like change something up in your day. If your day was very routine when you were together, change something up, do something a little bit different. Maybe even just doing a different walking time or a different feeding time or something very simple so that it kind of switches their brain to a different mode. That was the only thing I could think of. So if anybody else has any suggestions on this, please leave them in the comments below, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that need help with this. Did you get your ball? Christine had a question. Who ate slower, Shiloh or Shelby? Most of you noticed in the video I did Monday, I was teasing Shelby for how slow she was eating. You're right. Shiloh was definitely slower than Shelby. Shelby's a slow eater, but Shiloh ate one nugget at a time. Shelby at least eats more than one nugget at a time. Mike, I think the name is, wants to know, do you think you would have gotten Memphis if Shiloh didn't pass away? I don't know. I don't know. I can't go back in time and figure out what would happen. Ashley from Instagram wants to know, what size kennel do you use for the dogs? Memphis has a 36-inch kennel and Oakley has a 42-inch kennel. Barbara wants to know, do your Huskies ever eat clumps of grass with the dirt? Shiloh used to do this, and we actually found out it was because she had low iron, so she was trying to get the minerals out of the dirt. We found this out when she had a blood test done, so it may be something you might want to look into if it's happening frequently. Marie wants to know, at what age did you start letting Memphis sleep on your bed? Geez, I think she was probably like 8 weeks old. I don't think it took very long before somebody snuck this little cutie patootie on the bed. Yeah, you sleep on the bed now, don't you? Well, you can really see how brown your eyes are. Look how brown your eyes are. Yeah, pretty. Oh, thanks for the kiss, Memphis. Look at that. There's a Memphis kiss right there. A Majestic Llama from Instagram. Love your username, by the way. That's pretty cute. Says, I have a Lhasa Apso and I want to get a Husky, but I'm afraid they won't get along. Is there any way to know if they will like each other before we buy the dog or the puppy? Really? You want to tell her? You don't say. Oh, now you're going to be quiet? If you adopt a dog... Really? Do you have any other advice? If you adopt a dog, or adopt one from a rescue or a shelter, you could let the dogs interact beforehand. A lot of times, shelters and rescues will already know if dogs get along with other dogs, or they'll have a better idea if dogs get along with other dogs, so that could be an option for you. As for getting a puppy, if your Lhasa Apso has already interacted with other puppies, then you know they get along. They should be fine. Really, Shelby? Really? Do you want to explain it? Okay, you explain it. Okay, so just let your Lhasa Apso listen to Shelby, and Shelby will tell your Lhasa Apso what to do, right? Okay, you got that? There's your advice. We got some mail, we got some mail. Yes, look, we got some mail. We got a letter with a cute little drawing from Sarah, and Sarah just wanted to say hi to everybody. So, hi, everybody. See, Oakley Memphis said hi back. And we got a letter from Ben. Thanks for the letter, Ben. And we got a letter from Hannah with a cute drawing. And Hannah wants to know, do you like My Little Pony? And if so, what is your favorite pony? I don't know if I have a favorite pony. I do like My Little Pony, but I like My Little Pony from, like, probably before you were born. From, like, My Little Pony from a long time ago. But the new My Little Pony's cute. I have a couple My Little Ponies. I don't know. I would have to say probably Applejack. From the new My Little Ponies, Applejack is probably my favorite. We got a letter from Catherine. Catherine says if we ever make a Gone to the SnowDogs movie, she would buy it. That would be really cool. And she sent some really cool drawings. Here is one of Shiloh. Here is one of Shelby. Look at, she's even got Shelby's cool little dark markings. Here's one of Oakley. See, Oakley freckles. And one of baby Memphis. Memphis, you're not really much of a baby anymore, are you? You'll be a year old in less than a month. Can you believe that? Can you believe that craziness? I know, it's dinner time. I'll feed you, I swear. That's all we have for Fan Friday today, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Are you mouthy today? Are you hungry? Are you hungry, Shelby? Do you want some food? Shelby, want some food? Are you hungry? There's a little Shelby head tilt. There's a little Shelby head tilt. I know you're hungry. I'll feed you in just a second. I swear I will. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive. Dream big. And we will see you. Oh, my goodness. I think I have a Snow Dog short for Sunday. So possibly see you for a Snow Dog short on Sunday. You don't say. And if not, we will see you on Monday. Or you can come watch us on our vlog channel at youtube.com/withoutthesnowdogs. What are you looking at, Memphis? Do you see yourself in the reflection? You're so silly. Silly, Memphis. Silly girls. Silly, silly, silly. Okay, let's have some dinner. Bye! Shelby, are you hungry? Will I eat some dinner? Do you want some dinner? Do you want to go get some food? Do you want to go get some food, Shelby? Okay, bye.